Dang, the X-Men need some serious therapy.
Hello, fellow Marvelites. It's the Marvelous Mr. A back at you with my thoughts on this week's episode of X-Men 97.
And to start things off, seeing Charles Xavier put himself through those multiple simulations in the danger room of the show of the events of Apocalypse and Magneto was heartbreaking. We see Charles trapped in one stage of grief, bargaining, where he's bargaining wishing it could have been him instead of Magnus who was obliterated by Apocalypse. But instead of processing the pain in a healthy way, as he would probably tell his students to, Charles lets it drive him to create the very villain of this episode. It really shows how grief affects everyone differently. In Charles's case, his response is to seek strength by trying to eliminate weakness in not only himself, but his fellow X-Men and students. Now, let's talk about another character, Polaris. She truly is Magneto's daughter, and honestly, that's not always a bad thing. I understand why she was removed from the Express after her events in today's episode. She struggles to control her powers, and sometimes her emotions do get the better of her, just like her father. But seeing her return to the Xavier Institute was a great change of pace for her character. It brought everything back to the heart of X-Men, which is family, togetherness. And can we give a shout out to Storm as the new head mistress of the Xavier Institute for Gifted Youngsters? Let that woman cook all day. One of the biggest themes of this episode is creation, and we see it in 3 different ways. First, Charles's grief creates a dangerous AI antagonist. Hey Marvel, what's with all the evil androids we got lately? I mean, can we take a little break on that? We got too many already. Cook it. Second, Magneto's impulsiveness and rage lives through his daughter Polaris, forcing her to wrestle with the legacy she's inherited. And finally, the ending that gives Apocalypse creating his newest Horseman, Death, aka Gambit. This episode asks a very interesting question. Are we defined by who creates us or by the choices we make? Polaris is a perfect example of that struggle. She was raised by Professor Xavier, yes, but she's also Magneto's daughter. Throughout the episode, she's torn between those two identities. Am I my father's child or am I an X-Man? I love that Charles reminds her that she doesn't have to choose. She can embrace both sides while becoming her own person, and I'm really excited to see how she grows alongside the rest of the team. And one more thing, Marvel, we gotta chill with all these names. First, we got the X-Men, then we got the X-Factor, then we got the X-Force, and now we got X-Corp? What's with all the X's? Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. My biggest concern is the pacing, because this is episode 6, and there's usually only about 8 episodes in a season. That means there's still a end of the kind of story left to tell. So I don't know if we're going to be able to wrap everything up. My guess is some of these storylines will carry over to another season or for additional seasons. But either way, I'm here for the ride. I've been the Marvelous Mr. A, and I will catch you on the flip side.